Hello, friends. My name is Catherine Ferreira, and I am a child of God. I am here to present to you Gem and Me, my LLC, that has grown into this beautiful calling and purpose. I'm so grateful to be here today because I'll be sharing with you in the next coming weeks and months a beautiful journey that has unfolded in my heart. And Gem and Me has been in my heart for a very long time. 2021, I claimed it as my own and registered it as my business. And I have been in this journey of self-development for about almost 10 years. But I would say from 2021 to 2022, I really have learned that I am not my titles, I'm not my degrees, I'm not my achievements, the thing that I have, my possessions. I am a child of God. And it has become more clearly as time has passed. So 2022, fast forward to that, or go back retroactively, I lost my job. I was laid off from my job. At the time, I was working for New York City Health and Hospitals here in New York. And I was a supervisor for the COVID initiative. COVID had, kind of transitioned, and it was no longer a thing. So we all lost our jobs, and at the time, I had a mortgage, I had things to pay. I was obviously looking, but didn't find anything. And in that time, I was like, okay, like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, obviously, I have to pay the bills, but I'm like, okay, like, when I go to these events, introduce myself to try to, like, network and see, what to do and what do I want to do next. I kind of found it hard to introduce myself because I didn't know what to say. I couldn't say, like, oh, I work at so and so, or I'm working on so and so degree, and this and that. So I was like, you know what, like, in that journey, I'm like, I am not my degrees, I'm not the titles that I possess, I'm not the organizations that I work for. And in that time, really, God stripped me away of that position, of that titles, all the titles that I had. And I realized, I'm like, I'm a child of God. And that no one can take away from me. I always will be that. And so that's when my faith and my journey really started. I spent 2 years unemployed, and in those 2 years, I found God. I did my sacraments in the Catholic Church. I just basically was transformed from the inside out, in different ways. I'm a total different person now, but looking back, it was meant to be that way. I was meant to be stripped of those possessions, degrees, and titles because I'm much more than that. I'm much more than what I am, currently doing. I just am. And God has shown His mercy in so many beautiful ways. I'm so grateful to be able to just be here with you and tell you of my story, because it truly has been magical. That was like the start of so many blessings. I have been developing myself, learning about myself, apart from my faith that really, took place in those 2 years that I was unemployed. And I look back and it was the best gift ever. He gave us, the means of being able to survive and thrive in that time. Like, I look back and I'm like, how did we make ends meet? We paid our bills, we ate. And yes, I have debt to pay, but we're here, and I know it's gonna get paid. That's another video that I want to share with you of that journey, of financial journey, and how that it's going. But that's not so important when I have God in my heart, in my life, in my mind, and I am guided by Him now. So it makes so much of a difference than me trying to figure it out on my own, trying to do everything on my knowledge, my strength, and by myself. Like now it's so different. And in that time, like I said, I found who I was, and I'm still finding out who I am. I'm so like powerful, and Gem in Me is, the slogan is, the power is within me. And at the time I was, like I said, working on my self-development, but really is Christ in me, is the power that gives me, that God gives me, to be able to accomplish and to do the things that I do. For example, this video, right? Like, I am an introvert. Some of you guys could believe it, some not so much, but I am not a person who will like go out and like start talking. Sometimes it just comes out of me, and that's the power within me that gives me the strength, the knowledge, the ability to do so. So I am faith driven. I am here to serve, and I am a powerful woman. I have so much to offer, and I now know my value. Throughout that journey, I've been able to hold space for myself, hold space for others. I am serving in my job currently, but as I am in a 9 to 5, I am building what's next for me, because I'm here to do more. I'm here to serve. I'm here to just transform the world in any way that I can. And this is part of it, right? Like me being here talking to you, talking about my identity, and I have chosen that. Sometimes we're like, oh, I don't know who I am. And yes, it starts from the core, from the source. My source is God, Jesus Christ, Catholic Church. He's my core, he's my source. And then from there, everything kind of flourishes, right? So if you don't know who you are, you're lost, you need guidance, clarity, that all is great. But first, I will suggest seek inward, seek God, seek the higher power. And you know, everybody has their own beliefs. I get it. My belief is I'm Catholic and I serve and I am God's. And He has affirmed that in so many beautiful ways. For example, I was at the park one day for a job outing or meeting, and I sat on a bench and I saw something on the table. I didn't really make much of it. I was, attending to what was being said, and shortly after, I'm like, oh, like let me see what that is on the bench, on the table, and it was a bracelet. This bracelet had my name on it. Just thinking about it like gives me goosebumps, and it's crazy just to look back and be like, just this act of love and affirmation that I'm supposed to be here. I have a bigger purpose. I am powerful. I'm blessed. So this bracelet had my name on it. Mind you, I asked around. I asked my supervisor, who had a lot of, multiple years in the agency, if there was any staff or people supported who have my name, right? Like it could be someone who left it there and it's like, oh, it's theirs. Nobody there had my name, right? So I was new to the agency, so I didn't really know everybody. And she's like, God, are you here? And in that moment, I knew that it was a gift. I knew that God was calling me and telling me that I was supposed to be there, that I belong. And it was just a gift, because at that time I was self-doubting myself. Like, am I supposed to be here? Am I qualified to have this job? Can I support the people that need me? Like, do I have the tools? Do I have the ability? And it just affirmed everything. Like, yes, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to take space. I'm supposed, I have what it takes. I'm worthy. And that was just one of the many ways that God has shown His love. Actually, last night, I was in a beautiful event with one of my dear mentors, Maria Trusa and Franco Cabrera. And I was in a restaurant in Westchester. And we were talking about what our dreams are, right? And my dream is to bring Gem in Me, my business, to the whole world, to impact millions of people, and just to show up as me, as love, as joy, and just be free of guilt, free of shame, I'm just here. I am giving my all to you guys. I am transforming lives. I'm transforming my own. I'm, that's my dream. So I was thinking of this dream, and obviously we shared amongst ourselves and to the group of what our dream was. And I'm like, my dream is gemming me, like, just to flourish and thrive in that space. And I'm in between, like, I'm working a 9 to 5, clearly, I need it. I have a mortgage, right? I'm married. I have a son that I have to support. And so 9 to 5, makes sense. Obviously stable, it brings money in, puts food on the table, etc. However, this gem in me is what I want, is what I want to build. And yes, it's going to take time, but that's what I have to work on. And that was affirmed so boldly when I went to the bathroom. So before I had to share my dream, I went to the bathroom, like, let me go, while it's my turn to speak. And when I get to the bathroom, there's this frame on the wall. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. God is so beautiful in his details, his ways. I just can't. There's this frame of this woman. The woman, you could see her nose, up to her mouth, but like nose up is just like flowers and just beauty, right? Like flowers and different things on like this part of the face, just covering her. And you guys who have known me for years, and if you know me now, you can see that my logo for Gem and Me is literally that. Is literally a woman, like nose down, and then here up is flowers like crystal, and it's my business is Gem and Me. The power is within you. And the purpose or the illustration of that logo, it's self-loving, right? So everything is in the mind. Mental health is ingrained in there. Flourishing, blooming, loving yourself, loving others, just flourishing from within, right? So the power is within you. It's basically flourishing from within. So working on yourself, blooming, shining, that's the purpose and the reasoning behind the logo. So when I saw that frame in the bathroom, and like so random, I'm like, thank you for your, it just affirmed, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is where I'm supposed to be. That's what I'm supposed to work on. This is my calling. And that's it. That's all I need. Thank you, God. Praise the Lord, because it has been crystal clear that I am no longer in this dance between I should be doing this, I should be doing that, this and this and this and that. And I'm done with the shame. I'm done with the guilt. I'm done with the dancing. I'm showing up today as myself. I'm not perfect, but I am here to serve. And so if you resonate with what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. I am building a legacy. I am building a kingdom of women who want to grow together, who want to impact in their families, in their businesses, in their life, just be transformed into the best version of themselves. I am faith driven, so yes, I'm going to be mentioning God because he is the core. He is everything for me. And if you want to walk with me, just let me know, and I will let you know of all the things that are coming up. I'm coming up with in-person events. I'm coming up with calls, group calls. We're coming up with so much more. This is just blooming into this beautiful calling, this beautiful purpose driven business that is going to be impactful. So this is your invitation. If you want to be part of it, just let me know, and I'm going to loop you in. I'm going to make you part of my mailing list, so you are the first one to know when everything is coming up. So thank you so much for showing up today and for being here. God bless you.